It was my first time in Toronto and I only had 30 hours to explore. Here's what I got up to. We left Ottawa at 5 a.m. and had a gorgeous train ride. We made it to Union Station for 10 a.m. but I hadn't had coffee yet, which is a crime. So I searched around for this spot I'd been recommended. To be honest, I got so lost because it was underground, but it was so worth it. The Brick Room served one of the most memorable coffees I've ever had. The Hazelwood is a roasted hazelnut latte with Biscoff crumble and it was exactly what I needed to start off my day. Right around the corner was the Hockey Hall of Fame, which is such a cool museum and a great way to spend some time away from the cold. Then we jumped in an Uber, which I totally led in the wrong direction a few too many times, but I had to make this detour for the #1 place I wanted to visit in Toronto, Hopeless Romantic Books. If you know me, you know I love a bookstore, especially one dedicated to romance. So I did some shopping and then it was time to check into our hotel, the Radisson Blu on the harbour front. We popped into a pub nearby for a casual lunch and then walked around downtown. Honestly, the middle of the day was a blur. I was pretty exhausted, but I was so excited for dinner at Auretta. The ambience and wine were great and I loved the vegetarian options here because I always find them surprisingly hard to get at Italian places. Then I needed to get a good night's sleep so I could be ready for the next day because guys, it was so cold but a beautiful day. We walked around the harbour front and through the city and we stopped at Sister Coffee Bar. Then we went to explore the Well. I loved the design of this place. There were ice dancers, a market, a pop-up with tree hut and so many great stores to explore. I was very excited to see a Muji here. This is one of my favourite stores ever and we totally need one in Ottawa. Then we went to another spot that was top of my list to visit, Wellington Market. I could have spent hours here. I loved how many amazing local businesses there were and so much delicious food. I ended up getting the vegetarian plate from La Cubana and I needed a fun drink, so I picked up a hojicha from De Mello. I love the tiger branding here. I am so obsessed. And we had all these plans of places to walk around, but it was very cold, so we stopped into Ripley's Aquarium. It was busy but so wholesome and such a fun time. Then in need of more cozy vibes, we stopped into Amsterdam Brew House for some craft beer and cocktails and watched some hockey before it was time to head back to the station. I will definitely be back in Toronto soon.